Are we doing an intro? It's
Yeah.
an evolution of consciousness.
Yes.
Is the purpose of life.
Opie, what do you think the meaning of life is? Eating cat poop.
Yeah, we like to hang out. Yeah. And chill out. No matter how she's held, she doesn't care. As long as there's love in the air.
That's a really good song.
Thank you.
Wow. She's
She's
like falling asleep. Oh my god.
psychically told me.
Aw. I love you so much too. Yes.
Aww.
Tell me more. I love you so much.
You're so sweet. Thanks for letting us do whatever we want. Thank you for letting me hold you.
Love you.
Oh yeah. You want to be held again?
There's Opie in the back.
He's like, what are you guys doing without me? Why am I left alone here? Why?
We're gonna sniff each other.
Oh, thank you.
Hello, welcome back to Tildy&Ash.
Welcome back, everybody. It's been a hot minute. And today we have Toof and Opie joining us again, as they have been very popular from the video where they licked their toes.
Like, I kind of don't want to talk about it. But anyway, yeah, they're back.
Look how
Opie's
cute.
just so much more chill. Toof's like, why? Aw. I love this cat so much. And Opie so much. Clean your eyes, little sir. He's Opie the Sir on Instagram.
Yes, go follow him.
Yeah. So we just wanted to check in with everyone and with each other and ourselves and the pets and kind of give a little life update. And yeah, I just turned 30.
Yes! Happy birthday!
Thank you again. I celebrated all month. Oh, sorry. I decided it was my birthday month, and then I decided it was my birthday weekend, and I did everything I could to make the best of it, and you made it really special too. I love you so much. Thank you.
I tried.
Yeah.
I mean, 30 is a big one.
Yeah.
It's a big one, and it's one to be remembered, and you know, it's not easy in this context. I think you look forward to the big birthdays or the big events, and you never imagine it will be during a pandemic, but you still got to make the most of it and find love and joy and just get that from all the little moments.
Absolutely. Toof, you know you actually like it. You know, it's all life. It's all good. Like, the older I get, the better I feel. Honestly, I've learned so much in 30 years, and I think the biggest thing I learned from my 20s is how to just be myself and be okay with me and love myself and be confident with who I am. And yeah, it's funny, like in my 20s, I felt like confidence was a thing I had to try to do. Like, I had to try to be confident. And not that there's anything wrong with like doing work to work on that. Because
Right.
I absolutely benefited from that work.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I don't have to try anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not a thing I have to work on anymore. And that's kind of mind-blowing to me. And it feels really good. Like, I feel like that's what 30 is. You're just like, oh, this is who I am. And that's really awesome. And I really like myself. And that's fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's what age is. It's wisdom and learning more about yourself and what works for you and what doesn't, what types of people you want in your life, what kind of environment you want to be in, what kind of work you want to do. And I think your 20s is just you figuring that out, right? It's like the first decade where you are on your own.
Yeah.
So,
and even if you don't have it figured out at 30, like, that's
Totally.
okay too. 30 is not old.
Oh no, yeah, and I think now in 10 years we'll probably be like, wow, I feel so much different and so much more myself. And
Right. Okay, I want to show you a really funny thing I do with Opie. It makes me laugh so much. Are you ready?
yeah.
Okay. Opie, ready? Funny, I love you.
Oh my god.
Stay there, Opie.
Come here.
Oh my god. Yeah, one sec.
So Mathilde got me the greatest birthday present ever, and I really need to show it to as many people as possible forever, basically. So the package came in the mail, and I brought it up, and she was like, "Oh, like, don't open it, that's your birthday present." And she's like all excited. And then for basically a week straight, every day I had to hear her like giggle, and she's so excited, and she's like, "I can't wait for you to open your birthday present. I got you the best thing. It's so funny. I love it. It's like the greatest thing ever." So all week I'm just like, "What did you get me?" Like, I knew the size of it too. Like, I was so curious. Like, you couldn't stop laughing. You kept telling me it was the greatest thing ever.
Kind of is.
And I'm like, how are you so confident? How do you know for sure I'm gonna love it? Like, I was just like dying of curiosity.
I know. Part of me was like, maybe I shouldn't jazz it up so much, because what if you're like, oh, that's kind of funny.
No, if you...
But I feel like I know you well enough that I knew that, like,
Yeah.
I was setting the bar high and it was going to be.
I understand why you did that. This is what she got me.
So it's the pets, Toof and Opie
It's the Duke
and Duchess.
and Duchess.
They are very regal.
And it's actual photographs of them.
Yep. It's on canvas. It's timeless. It's great.
I get to keep
Oh my
it.
god, that's great.
Oh, yeah, it was worth all the hype. It made sense.
But yeah, I know we've been posting on and off recently, and just wanted to come on here today and just kind of have more of a chill, impromptu kind of session.
Yeah, just
you
say
know,
hi.
Just
Give
say
a little
hi, and also
update.
let you know, things have been going on in our lives. I've had a rough couple of weeks about a month ago. So we were on and off in posting, and you were very understanding with that and very helpful. But, just to say that even though we come on here and we're always so joyous and silly and fun, enthusiastic,
yeah.
there's still stuff that goes on. And
Yeah.
these times are tough, and whatever happens in life is made 10 times harder because of the pandemic, because we don't have the usual support system, the usual things we can go to. But, it's all about reaching out and having the people in your life be there for you, even if sometimes you don't feel like you want to. Taking that extra step does make a big difference.
Yeah. And especially if you're feeling bad, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
It's nice to reach out to somebody else. Like, one of the best ways to lift your own spirits and to feel better is to check in on somebody else and see how they're doing. And you may find that you actually help each other so much. So yeah, I'm so glad I live with you. It's like made such a big difference over the pandemic. I can't imagine living alone, but yeah, I know that reaching out and checking in on people can actually help you check in on yourself as well.
Yeah, if you haven't heard from a friend in a while, maybe just say, hey, what's up? Maybe call them out of the blue. You'll never know. Maybe you'll make their day and their week better. But yeah, it's a tough time for everyone, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Things have been feeling better recently, but it's okay to not be okay and to take the time you need. I just think, having the people in your life, and
I like that you say taking the time, because one of the things that you often see on the internet and like healing and spirituality is feel it to heal it. Like, it's okay to let yourself feel what you're feeling, and I really encourage intentionally setting up a time to let yourself feel something and actually journal and cry, light a candle, have like a whole night where you like cry and or scream in a pillow or go for a run or like whatever you need to do. But I think it's nice to actually like set aside intentional time to feel what you need to feel, and you'll find that when you do that, you'll go beneath it or above it somehow, and you get to the place where you're like, oh, I'm just like peaceful, I'm actually okay.
Yeah.
So it's really nice if you can get yourself back to okay.
Yeah, that's a good point, just to have like a space to do that. Yeah, I was just watching
instead of all day being like, I feel this way, and just all day like feeling a certain way and having a bad day, like stop and go feel it.
Yeah, I was watching a YouTube video of a therapist earlier today, and she was talking about self-care and how a lot of people just think it's like cosmetics and getting a massage.
Right.
But she was saying even setting time aside to cry can be self-care. Anything that feels good for you, that feels like it's you giving yourself space, right? And I think especially when you're feeling so low, you forget about that because you're so consumed by it, but letting yourself feel it even for a little bit.
Yeah. And also, maybe just to end this on like a positive note, we both have exciting stuff in our lives too that we've been busy doing. And like Mathilde has been basically taking 3 classes right now, or courses, like, which is amazing.
Yeah, I've been doing philosophy classes, French classes. I recently got accepted into the Young Urban Forest Leaders program through an organization called LEAF in Toronto. So I'm going to be learning all about trees and urban forestry and how to help that and how to engage with our community to take care of our green spaces within the city. So I'm so excited about that, and the doors it might open. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so stoked.
I love that you're such I can't think of a better term. I think this is such a lame way, but such a go-getter. And the other day she's like, oh, I really want to volunteer too. And I'm like, yeah, and you're zero
I need
free
to
time.
Like, chill.
But I love it. You do so much to expand your mind and to nurture the relationships in your life and to take care of yourself. And I love and respect that about you so much. And it's such an inspiration to be around.
Yeah.
Like,
thank you. You're an inspiration. You've been doing a lot too. What's been up with you?
So I'm pursuing an acting career, and that's been a little tricky during the pandemic, but Toronto is the hub of everything, and apparently Netflix just decided that Toronto's their new headquarters.
What?
I actually don't know where they were before, but now it's here, so I feel really hopeful. I just applied to audition for 3 different things recently that I'm really excited about, and we'll see how it goes. But it's also fun. Like, I'm learning about, the older I get, the more I realize the joy is in the journey. Totally. Like, you can't just be happy once you get the role, or once you get married, or once you make whatever money you want to make. You got to be happy along the way. Like, you got to enjoy your life, and
that's the satisfaction. Because if you're just waiting to be satisfied when the goal hits, then when it happens and you've moved on, what are you left with? You're sad again, and you're trying to find it again in something else, instead of just constantly being in a state of, this is helpful, I'm learning, this is
living
joyful.
In the present moment, and finding like something to be thrilled about. Like, it's thrilling just to apply for the role, and then I sit and I imagine myself on the set and imagine reading at the table with my other cast members, and it's like, it's really cool. And I've also been expanding my career in a different direction, which has been really exciting over the last year, and creating a lot of content and like being a lot more open about my spirituality and manifesting and quantum leaping and all this stuff that's been deep in my heart to want to talk about and teach for so long, but I was always kind of like afraid of it. What's quantum leaping? I feel like you've mentioned it, but I don't know. Okay, so quantum leaping, in a nutshell, is when you change your life in a moment. When years of therapy happens in a second, when a decision is made and you've decided and it's done. So, to just put it in a nutshell. So, if you're like interested in it, you should Google it and look it up, because you can go like deep down a rabbit hole, but there is science behind it. The quantum field and quantum mechanics tells us that when things are small enough, they actually like disappear and switch spots. And I'm probably not explaining this well, but basically quantum leaping also has to do with parallel realities. And there is science to actually prove.
But how does that apply to, like, how do we engage with it? Like, what is the...
So, because there's parallel realities that are all existing at the same time, there's a parallel reality version of me that's already a successful actress. And there's a parallel reality version of you that's already, I don't know, like, maybe married with kids. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So when you quantum shift, it's not like you're switching into a whole new life, but you're switching into the version of you that simultaneously exists at the same time as this version of you that's in the mindset and that knows what to do to achieve the things that you want to achieve.
Okay.
Sounds
magical.
It kind of is. I don't know. Magical. There's a really cool meditation
it's kind of like manifestation, sounds like.
It's a way to manifest.
Right.
There's like a million ways to manifest.
Yeah.
Well, when I say ways to manifest, we're always manifesting all the time. Manifesting is just what we as humans do. We're always manifesting. So when I say manifesting, I actually mean intentionally manifesting things you desire instead of just letting life happen to you.
Right.
Like actually taking being a part of the co-creation of what's happening in your life. But yeah, to explain it better, because I'm probably not doing it justice right now, Doughty has a really good parallel reality quantum leap meditation that I love to do whenever I feel like I need to shift out of a version of me and shift into the version of me that I want to be, to put it in a nutshell. So yeah, let's remember to link that below because it's a really cool meditation and I really like Doughty a lot. I also want to make one of my own at some point, so I will.
Nice. That's very cool.
Yeah, but I'm just starting to embrace that kind of stuff too. Like, I've studied the body so much. I've studied the mind so much. I'm very passionate about the body and mind connections. But now I'm really like more interested in my heart. It makes my heart happy to talk about the spirit part. And I think that's what a lot of people have missing. We have the body, we have the mind. Maybe we don't have it like all together, but we know what to do. But I think the spirit's like the spiritual self-care is the missing trifecta. The triangle's the strongest shape. And like even we've been talking about that recently with your philosophy class. I thought
there's a
that
lot
was
of
really
things
interesting
that tie into what you're talking about.
That it's
just like kind of different terminology and frameworks, but I think it all kind of it's the same.
I love that spirituality isn't religious. It's just like the Tao explains it. If you try to
Cutie. Hi. What's happening?
Okay, so this is what I feel like is the best explanation of spirituality, and he describes the Tao. The way is in the middle, because that's the place where the energies are balanced. If you choose to center and not participate in the extremes, you will come to know the Tao. You don't grab it. You don't even touch it. It's just what the energy does when it's not being used to swing toward the extremes. All things swirl around, but the Tao is unmoved. The swirl of life draws its energy from the center, and the center draws its energy from the swirl of life. All these laws are the same in weather, in nature, and in every aspect of life, even in our own energy field and our energy body. So as you center, by not participating in the swings, the energies will naturally find their balance. So when we meditate and we ground ourselves, right? So you'll become much clearer because so much energy is flowing up in you. The experience of being present in each moment will become your natural state. Oh, I love this too. There's an invisible thread that passes through everything. All things move quietly through that center balance. This is the Tao. It is really there. It is there in your relationships, in your diet, and in your business activities. It is there in everything. It is the eye of the storm. It is completely at peace. That is the Tao. It's the most beautiful place in all of life. You can't touch it, but you can be at one with it.
That is really nice.
Yeah, I think that's what spirituality is. Like, you kind of can't explain it or touch it or grab it, but you can connect with it. And yeah, so that's what I'm being led and called to teach a lot more, and it feels really good.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I think that's great. I mean, I think there's this kind of spiritual revolution happening right now. I think everyone can kind of feel it. I think especially during this, you know, pandemic, people are forced to look within more, and that brings about spirituality and asking the deeper questions. What is the meaning of life? What is my purpose?
Right.
What will happen after?
Right.
Right. And I think there's more and more people that feel this common energy and consciousness that's being shared. And it's like this wave that's slowly swelling and getting to the shore.
I love it.
And it's beautiful.
And we're like, we've decided to like ride the wave, and we're like, oh,
like the little
this
sea
is fun.
turtles, like. Mer, mer, mer.
So what do you think the meaning of life is?
I think the meaning of life is to understand who you are. Your life's purpose is to connect with your dharma and your karma.
Cool. That's also in alignment with like a lot of spiritual and philosophy teachings, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Really cool.
It's just, and it's also helping others through working on yourself, being so at peace and within your center that you can then teach others and create that common energy and create a better world, and a world where we're all working on ourselves and each other for the betterment of the planet and for humanity.
I love what you
it's
just
evolution,
said too.
right? It's an evolution of consciousness is the purpose of life, because we've already done the physical realm and we've evolved to a pretty perfect state physically. And then now it's the other planes that are higher that we need to evolve, because that hasn't happened fully.
Right. We're like raising our vibrations, our frequency, like literally. Yeah, that's really neat. I love what you just said. I was thinking about that the other day too, and I was talking to a client about relationships and working on relationships, and it kind of goes in alignment with what you just said. It's never about working on the relationship, no matter what relationship it is. It's always about working on yourself and then bringing that to the relationship. When you work on yourself, when you work on your own relationship with yourself, every relationship in your life improves. Yeah, when we try to work on someone else, right? And also, like, I think that's one of the biggest things.
Something I learned recently also in philosophy is that we have like kauravas and pandavas, which are like, I don't know, your bad habits and your good habits in a sense. But it's, you know, you can work on something that's difficult for you and then it'll be totally different for someone else, right? It's like, I don't know, like snacking, for example, something as silly as that. Maybe someone else has much of a harder time to control that and you have an easy time. So it's unfair to judge someone else, even if it's the same thing, because their process is going to be totally different. So all you can control is yourself and how you react to it. And then if, you can teach people what works for you, but it's totally what's in your control is yourself in the end.
Yeah. Once that, I think that's such a gift you can give to yourself, is really like realizing and feeling it in your body. Like there's letting go of everything you can't control. Don't be frustrated, worried, disappointed about anything that's out of your control, because that's there's a lot of things that are in your control, and that's you, and that's your choice.
But also learn from the frustration and where you do get angry and where you do get anxious, because that's where the work is. The work isn't where you've already excelled. It's where you're seeing all the mess, right? And mess manifests in the physical world, but the mess is also within. So wherever you see you have a certain negative reaction, that's where you have to pay attention and work on that so that you don't get that reaction. Every time a little bit more. It's not going to happen easily, but it's every time just controlling that a little bit. Like recently I've started biting my nails again, and then I made the decision 2 weeks ago, okay, I'm going to work on this again. And it's good. Every time I catch myself, just a little bit of like, nope. And that's bringing will and intention into it, right? It's being present with your consciousness. So anyways,
I love that. Like every time I get triggered, I've been learning about this a lot too, and anytime I get triggered or I feel annoyed or frustrated, I stop and I ask myself, like, who do I need to be in order to not be triggered? Like what's my growth here? How can I not, and when I say not be triggered, it's not like, how can I not let this bother me? Because it's okay to be bothered.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also, it feels way better to not be bothered.
Mm-hmm.
And to like...
Yeah. But that's the thing, it's a teaching,
Accept
it's a learning
something that's out of your
opportunity when
control.
you're bothered, instead of being like, oh, you know, I hate
Totally.
feeling this way. It's
I
like, I
know.
welcome this because there's an opportunity to learn from this reaction that I'm having. That is not my true, authentic self and truth.
Totally. It's fun. It's fun to look at these things. It's fun to look at yourself. But
Yeah, I feel like we could
gotta
keep
be ready
talking
for
about it for like ever.
Yeah, this has become
It's
quite a
become
long video.
Quite the topic.
Opie, what do you think the meaning of life is? Eating cat poop.
Okay, well,
Thanks so much for watching.
Thank you guys for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe if you made it this far.
We really appreciate everyone that likes and comments and and gives us feedback. Like, thanks so much.
We appreciate each and every single one of you. And as always, please remember to take good care of yourself. Take 10 minutes tonight to do something for yourself, whether it's lighting a candle and sitting in silence, or having a good cry, or going for a little walk, or looking at yourself in the mirror and telling yourself you're beautiful a few times.
Yeah, that actually works even if you don't believe it. I make that a daily practice.
Opie does it so much.
Opie does it so much.
He knows how handsome he is. Look at that. We love you all.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my god, I can't.